Welcome to the Survivor Cagayan Unofficial Aftershow. I'm your host as always, Edward Crane. Now let's get started. Now, as you know, I wasn't able to make an episode last week because I was out in Tampa and I had no time to see the show or film an episode. So, basically what I'm going to do is talk about who got eliminated. So, Lindsay quit the game, which is kind of a shock because, she's from the Braun tribe, she seems tough, and just seems surprising just because someone got voted out. And because she didn't want to punch someone in the face. Well, hate to do this, but I have to X you out, Lindsay. Thought you could have gone further in this game, and, if you really thought that you were going to beat her up, if you really thought you were going to beat Trish up, then alright, I can understand why you would want to pull yourself. And then Alexis, what can I say? She tried to play the game, but the game just got her. Alexis, you're a hot girl. So when Spencer's team comes back from Tribal, they're like, you know what? This is the final six. This is the final six. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, this is totally gonna work. Here's one of the reasons why. An alliance with so many members never works, because someone always flops. It's just the way of life in this game. Someone in a big group always flops. And, okay, it didn't help that Cass and Sarah got into an argument right before the merge. Alright. Cass equals stupid. You do not try and argue with someone who is the swing vote at the time. You don't go, oh, hey, I'm gonna pick a fight with you so that you can go on the other side of the tribe and then vote my ass out. I'm just saying, Cass, your strategy's a bit flawed. So, the merge happened this episode, just like any other season that was down to 11 players. The merge happened. I'm so freaking surprised and happy. Well, I'm happy, but I'm not surprised at all. Survivor needs to change up, when they get to the merge. Try and mix it up each season, so we're not all expecting it. Now, there was a new idol in play. And then, a lot of people are wondering, it has special powers, what could this be? Well, I know what it is, because, if you watch the TV guide, preview of Survivor Cagayan, they explain what it is. Alright. Now, I'm not going to spoil it to people who do not want to know, but in case you do, I'm going to have a link in the description for where you can see the preview and where that is. But honestly, the idol seems pretty interesting idea, and probably the most powerful idol ever. Honestly, with Tony always scheming and all that, he's starting to grow on me. He makes the game entertaining, and you can't blame him for that. Now, Sarah, she called herself a Sarah sandwich. means she's between two sides she could go on. Could be good, could be bad, and I really hoped at the time that she would go with Spencer. But we all know that people do stupid shit in this game. I mean, like, Sarah sometimes doesn't know how to play the game. Like, I mean, if you're on the bottom of the totem pole, or you think you are, you go with the flow on who your team wants to get rid of. I mean, it only makes sense, right? So, we had individual immunity, and it was basically balancing on that triangle thing. Honestly, if I ever did that challenge, I wouldn't last long. But, I'd be afraid to fall because, since it's at a point, I'd fall, I might go everyone got to the top of it, they were like starting to drop off like flies, like I blinked and I missed 2 people fall off, but I'll let you know that almost anything can happen in this game at any moment that can get rid of a lot of people. Wu won, and I'm not entirely surprised, but I'm glad, but it was close between him and Tony to a point. Seeing how they have to vote someone off, Sarah does have a tough decision to make. Does she go with the 5 people who are on the Bronze tribe and Beautiful tribe, or is she like go with the Brains and the rest of the Beautiful crew? It's a interesting situation she's in. She could go either way. So Jeffra tries and get in there with Cass, and I'm like, okay, don't see what you're trying to do here, but okay. So I'm like, oh wait, you want Sarah out? Looks like Tony's loyalty wasn't so deep. When Tony pulled out his idol, he was like, haha, yeah, and then everything went crazy. They were like, okay, we'll choose the other one. And I was like, oh my god. Seriously, things went crazy at Tribal, and I like it. Because it's entertaining and it's good strategy. 2 of my favorite things. So Tony uses his idol on LJ after they voted. But, in a strange turn of events, LJ used the idol on Tony. Haha. So those 2 were safe, no matter what. But they used those idols for nothing. The alliance against Tony and LJ and all that, they decided to go for Jeffra because they didn't expect it, and that's actually good thinking. I'm glad they weren't stupid and do the LJ and thing and go with the obvious choice. So props to them, and it would have worked too if there wasn't a little certain red-headed woman. Yeah, Cass decided that she was going to betray them and go work for Tony and vote out Sarah. Now, even I was a bit shocked at this. And I was like, oh my god, you just blindsided. Props for doing that, but still. It's, you're not thinking long term. But, if you remember Survivor South Pacific, someone someone flopped, and their entire tribe hated them. And they even said to him that here's 5 jury votes you're not gonna get. That person was John Cochran. And right when everyone else on his tribe was at home, he was the last one of his tribe to go home. Because when you flop, you're still automatically on the bottom of the alliance, no matter what. And she flopped, and Cass is now number 6 with Tony's alliance, when she probably could have been in the final 3 with Spencer's alliance. uh, she better, better realize what she did, or flop back, or something. Because if not, you're not going to win this game no matter what. So, Sarah, I was a bit surprised when you were voted off, and I want to say I liked how you played the game. I think you were pretty cool, and you were my favorite cop to ever play the game. You seemed like an interesting person, and you kind of reminded me of Corinne from Fans vs. Favorites too. You seemed like a cool person, and I would have loved to play the game with you. Well, time to X her out. So, with Chaos Cast on the loose, and the merge has happened, 10 people are left. Who will have to impress the jury, and who will be on the jury? All this will be answered throughout the season, of course, in Survivor Cagayan. And by the way, hello Jade, I'm giving you a shout out because you pretty much asked. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and I am out.